Hey, what's going on, crypto people? Happy Saturday to each and every one of you. What just happened to Bitcoin? What just happened to Bitcoin? And yeah, it's not what you think. It's not what you think. There's a new level of Bitcoin utility. There's a new level of Bitcoin utility happening. What is happening on the XRPL and on Flare networks? Now, there's some other BTC main chain stuff as well. I got to tell you, but I'm really, really excited. Can't wait to share the Spin the Bits Cash app. It is significant, fam. We're going to get into that for sure. Very, very cool to see gold and silver coming to the XRPL by way of something called MELD. We'll get into that as well. This market is something. This market is something. I'm telling you, the numbers are just the numbers. Meme coins coming out left and right. Pump.fund is getting out of control. It's crazy out in these streets, fam. It's crazy out in these streets. We're going to get into that. Again, happy Saturday, each and every one of you. Let me make sure that I got CoinGecko up and refresh for you guys. Jimmy Valet and Molly Elmore did a very interesting interview with Ray Fuentes. Very, very interesting for sure. We'll get into that. We will get into that. I said what I said. I think Jim's a smart guy. I think more people need to pay attention to what's going on there. Let's see what we got. All right, so that's not what we want. We want this, and we want this. There it is. There it is. Again, happy Saturday. I don't know about where you guys are, but it's freaking hot out here. It's hot out here in Tejas, in Texas. It's blazing, freaking hot. Let me do this. Do this as well. So it's really, really interesting. This Spin the Bits Cash app, I'm telling you, can't wait to share it with you. I found another gem. I think I found another gem. It's going to be interesting because, it's not how great the technology right now in these markets. It's not necessarily how great technologies are. It's about what's catching on. What is catching attention? What are the narratives? Right. And I believe it's going to be this cycle and probably next cycle. I don't think we're going to get this real world use case stuff unless it's a killer app. Unless it's a killer app like Spin the Bits Cash app. Alex Sheet is in the building. How are you, bro? Yo, Spin the Bits Cash app, baby. No joke. No freaking joke. Yeah. I can't wait to share that. What just happened to freaking Bitcoin? Utility. What the world? Utility. Alex Sheet says hello to whoever is watching the live stream. I appreciate that, Alex. Good to see you, my friend. Appreciate you checking in. Look, I don't know, man. I don't know. But the Spend the Biz Cash App is looking pretty impressive. A lot of stuff going on with Flare too. I mean, a lot of stuff is going on with Flare networks. The liquid staking, Alex Sheet, I told you guys that liquid staking on Flare, first movers advantage was going to be huge. It was going to be huge, I think. I mean, I thought I saw 100 million in FLR tokens staked. I thought I saw that. Scepter, liquid staking, which is essentially means instead of you staking, they stake for you. They give you rewards that they get. You get this other token that you can maybe use somewhere else. Sierra Flare. S for Sierra Flare, or S for Scepter, I guess, Flare. So you get some S Flare. But my thing is, I think there's always this shot of being early to platforms that provide a service like Lido was for ETH. Scepter could be, I don't know, it might not be, but it could be for Flare, like Lido, that stake ething was for Ethereum. So it could be that. I don't know. It could be. Right now, obviously, I don't think they have a token, but it could be. So But it's interesting to see the level of success there. 24, 48 hours type thing. It's really, really doing well. But the big news for me, the big news of the day is definitely Spend the Bits, the Spend the Bits Cash App. I mean, that massive announcement today, I think is huge. Have you heard it, Alex G? Did you hear it? Let me see. Where do I have that? I probably have to just pull it up. I see. No, what the world was just there? There. Will you stop doing that? Every time I get to it, it goes away. There it is there. So I'll share that with you guys. It's massive, Alex G. Jay from Spend the Bits is not playing around. We all knew Jay from the early days of, he had this thing where you could put that Bitcoin on the XRPL and you can move it around. You would have to deal with all the fees and all that kind of stuff. He had this in the early days. CJ, my rewards per 3.5 days is around $18. If Flare 10X's, that would be $180. Just at 27 cents, at $1 would be around 600. You're saying your rewards are $18. $18. That's not bad, bro. That is not bad. I don't even. That's not bad at all, bro. Is that $600 what though? $600 every what, Alex G? If FLR 10X's. Is that $600 a day? Yeah, I mean, FLR is going to participate in this cycle. It's going to be interesting to see what it does. It really is. Let me go over the Spend the Bits thing because I'm telling you, this is game-changing stuff here. So let's say for a couple more people to hop on before I get into it. Let's go over the numbers real quick while we're waiting for people to hop onto the live stream. A lot of times, you guys are not getting the notifications that we're live. I don't know why that's happening. All right, so according to CoinGecko, the total cryptocurrency market cap is 2.67 trillion. Bitcoin dominance says it's 51%. Bitcoin is trading at $69,309 again. Ethereum is trading at $3,676 again. Solana is trading at $158 again. $158 again. And XRP is trading at 49 cents on the 30-day. Oh, I don't know. You tell me. I don't know. Is it a big deal? Is it not a big deal? I don't know. The Binance coin, BNB token, Alex G. The BNB token, while the CEO, chairman of Binance goes to jail for, whatever how that stuff works. But dude goes to jail, $4 billion fine. And BNB hits an all-time high, hits a new all-time high. A new all-time high. Brad Garlinghouse, Chris Larson, no jail time. I mean, not found guilty of anything. Ripple, most would argue that Ripple won the majority of that lawsuit, and it still sits at 49 cents. It's a troubling thing. On the 30-day, Bitcoin's up 10, almost 11%. Ethereum on the 30-day is up 21%. BNB on the 30-day is up 14.5%. Solana on the 30-day is up 4.8%. And XRP on the 30-day is up is down, I should say, is down 4.9%. I don't know how you make sense of it. I just don't know how you make sense of that kind of stuff. Oh, I got you, Alex. I got you. Yeah, those are some good numbers. Yeah, those are some really good numbers for sure. Let me check something out. You got some good stuff, man. Your flare is going to do you well, I think, bro. I think it's going to do you well. The real big Will is in the building. How are you, brother? Strength gains. What's going on, my dude? Pookie's in the building. Oh man. Tongue Tech Food, Peace Crypto Seeds. How are you, Tech Food? Appreciate you checking in. Uh-oh. The real big Will says, good, leaving the gym. Nice. Crypto Roger is in the building. Holy crap, what happened to Bitcoin? We're not going to make it, man. We gotta get out of here. Yeah, I'm talking about the new use cases that's happening, the new utility cases that's happening for Bitcoin. From Spend the Bits Cash App. Yeah, it's good stuff. It's some really, really, really good stuff. Did you guys hear about it? Let me know. Did you guys hear about this latest from Spend the Bits? It's called the Spend the Bits Cash app. Yeah, it's good stuff. I was just checking my stuff here just to see what's good. Bertha Rogers said no, you hadn't heard. Okay. This is some really, really massive, massive news for sure. I appreciate you guys checking it in. Do me a favor, guys, hit that like button. It's one of the greatest ways to help out the channel for sure. Hit that like button. We always like to have just as many likes if we have viewers in the stream. That is always the goal. So if you would hit that like button, that'd be super, super cool. And if you're hanging out watching the Crypto Seeds and you have been enjoying those hangouts, please consider subscribing to the channel. We have like about a 50% of people that are hanging out, watching, and listening who have not subscribed to the channel. So please consider subscribing to the channel if you're enjoying the hangout for sure. Let's get into this Spend the Bits news because this is something I'm telling you. I mean, XRP, you know, gold and silver coming in XRP is big, but this Spend the Bits thing is no joke. I think this is massive news. Here it is here from Spend the Bits, you know, Jay over there, Spend the Bits. Attention Canadian users. In 2021, Spend the Bits lost access to banking and many Web3 institutions reached out to us who faced similar issues. To address this, we partnered with Apelo Canada. Apelo Canada. Last year to offer fiat-based services domestically. We are now excited to announce our new QR code-based fiat app, introducing the Spend the Bits Cash app and Cash Merchant Portal. The idea was inspired by Baharte Pay, UPI, and PayTM concept. It says here, Tiger Beetle DB will power Spend the Bits Cash and Cash Merchant Portal, delivering exceptional scalability with the capacity of 1 million transactions per second. The estimated time frame for this launch is the end of June. The app will be available next week on the iOS and the Google Play Store. Release information. It's a new thing. Spend the Bits Cash app will be published next week on iOS and Play Store. beta version approved on iOS and Play Store, but we are currently fixing bugs and performance issues. And it's got some features for Canadian users. Now, just hang with me on this because this is really important. It says completely new commercial UI UX, onboard and withdraw funds using Interact, conduct free peer-to-peer and peer-to-business transactions for free, no cap as of now. You can pay your bills, pay tuition fees, MasterCard, Visa, or utility bills. Dynamic custom QR code payments, static QR code, single payment or bulk payments, monthly statements. Then it goes through some of this, kind of this stuff for Canadian businesses, slant merchants, which is cool. Second announcement, Flare Networks. In the third week of June, we will release Flare-powered app. Features for Canadians and El Salvadorians. El Salvadorians. Onboard funds using Bitcoin's main chain. Withdraw funds to the Bitcoin main chain. Pay using stable coins, pay using stable coin, USDC or Bitcoin for peer-to-peer and peer-to-business transactions. On the Bitcoin main chain. This is why I did that video about you guys that you're being lied to and misled about utility for Bitcoin. Pay using a stablecoin USDC or Bitcoin for peer-to-peer and peer-to-business transaction. Dynamic custom QR code payments, static QR. Here's some other stuff. Onboard USD funds using multi-chain selection. Using a multi-chain selection. You're going to have that on the app. On how to onboard. It says, yes, it's CCTP, it's cross-chain thing. I don't know if this is links or not, I'm not sure, but it says, yes, it's CCTP. So I don't know if that's Flare's layer cake, I don't know. But onboard funds, USD funds using multi-chain, yes, it's CCTP and connected to Solana, Avalanche, Ethereum, Optimism, Near Protocol, and Arbitrum. Withdraw USDC funds using multi-chain selection. Onboard withdraw on the chain of your choosing. And you got some good ones. We secured the partnership with Immersive. Says Spin the Bits. Many thanks to the Gaga Mac from Circle. Somebody from Circle. Gagan Mack, Vice President Product at Circle. We'll partner with Immersive. Next up, in 1 month or so in 2024, the Spin the Bits will offer MasterCard-based services to all Canadians and El Salvadorian users. Interesting. It's Canada and El Salvador. Pay USD to any merchant which settles in the local currency. Upcoming features. Enable Bitcoin and XRP to local currencies. Underlying networks, the XRPL and Flare networks. He goes on to say, exciting times ahead. We have been quiet as we were in building mode, but you know what they say. It might be the calm before the storm. More announcements starting next week. More announcements. Stay tuned for more updates, and thank you for your support. This is what just happened to Bitcoin. Again, second announcement. Flare Networks. They're launching or putting in that app a Flare-powered app. Onboard funds using the Bitcoin chain. Withdraw funds to the Bitcoin chain. pay using USDC or Bitcoin for peer-to-peer and peer-to-business transactions. What do you say to that? All these people talking about this Bitcoin ain't really this and that and all this. They figured it out. The asset is going to have more utility. Alex, you said the question is spend the bits or go to Flare Network and rip the F Bitcoin rewards and spend the flares. Yeah, this is exactly right. People are going to have options on what they're going to, what they want to do. And my guess is people are going to get more comfortable with apps first before they start diving in on the blockchain. What's going on, Edward Frowns-Klosky? How are you, my friend? Another airdrop is tomorrow. Nice. Is it? I feel like we just got an airdrop. I don't know. Felix says they'll use wrap Bitcoin or real Bitcoin. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work, but it's Flare powered, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, but that's interesting. That is very, very interesting. Edward, just appreciate you checking in. Excited about the airdrop for sure. Our guy Alex Yeet is about to be big time. Edward Franskowski says no pre-funding is key. Indeed. So this is coming from Spend the Bits. They're gonna have the Spend the Bits Cash App. They got to hook up with Immersive and a partnership with for USDC. They're going to be bringing the XRPL and Flare networks to the game. This is big, big stuff. The real big Will says, what airdrop? Okay, maybe we're not getting an airdrop. May was the last one, right? Yeah, so we get one once a month, right? The monthly, right? Yeah, not that airdrop, not that one. But what are they doing rewards for that's the USDX, but we can't get that. We can't do that SDS. Oh no, they're doing they're doing rewards for the F assets when when it goes beyond this beta for the agents. They're going to be rewarding people for doing the cost and testnet F asset thing. So nice. So I'm going to share Meld here with you guys in a minute because Meld is bringing gold and silver to the XRPL, which is interesting. But I don't know if you guys heard it, but there's around 40 states currently, around 40 that are making gold and silver like legal, like make it like a legal tender. And doing that, you won't pay capital gains tax for it. So, which I thought was interesting. I thought that was interesting. I know one thing. Texas is not playing around when it comes to the digital asset space. Texas is not playing around. Not playing around, and they're not playing around with gold and silver either. They're like, yeah, no, we're going to make this stuff some legal. They want to have a gold-backed currency. Texas ain't playing. So maybe this whole gold-back thing is becoming more and more of a deal. $25 for FLR in 2030, says Pookie. So the monthly stuff ends in January of 2026 for Flare tokens. That's right, Contact True. Reaper Finance also brings tokenized gold and silver through the Ascension token. That's correct. I've done that. That is correct. Contact Fu, you're correct. Reaper Finance. I forget the guy's name, but yeah, that is absolutely correct. So this is good stuff. Meld's going to bring some gold and silver. which is interesting. We'll see how they do it. I know they did it on Algorand already. But guys, I just got to tell you, what Spin the Bits is looking to do, it looks like he's working with Circle in a way. It looks like he's working with, or at least got the hookup with Circle for the USDC. It looks like, he's working with the team from Flare Networks. I mean, good stuff. Really, really good stuff. So I got to tell you, this is Patrick Riley. Thank you, Contact Fool. Patrick Riley. I always forget his name. Al Van, what's going on, bro? Crypto Seeds, good to see you. I'm pretty sure Link is going to the moon. Still holding on to my XRP, but that sucker doesn't move much. Yeah, interesting stuff. I'm trying to understand how BNB token hits a new all-time high while the founder of Binance gets hit and levied with a $4 billion fine and gets 4 months, is currently in jail. While he's in prison, BNB hits a new all-time high. This is crypto, right? You like news and positive news and right? And I reach a new all-time high. Walter Everett, how are you, my friend? Appreciate you checking in, Walter. I don't think I've seen you check in before. Walter says, I counted 21 more scheduled airdrops. Yeah, probably. That's probably right. David says that fine was paid in retail liquidity. Yeah, could be. But think about that. I mean, dude's in jail and BNB didn't crash. It didn't crash. I mean, what happened to BNB when, you know, all of this whole process? I don't remember BNB tanking. I don't remember losing billions and billions in market cap for BNB. I don't remember that. I don't know. It's an interesting thing. It really, really is an interesting thing. So Winston P. Prescott's in the building. What's good? That's the exact question I asked. Winston P. Prescott said, nope, the question is, how is BNB this high with the CEO in prison, found guilty? That's exactly right. But XRP, 49 cents. How does that happen? How does it make sense? This is crypto. Like, you see what I'm saying? This is crypto. This is not, you know what I mean? There should be news. There should be like the news and the XRPL, another thing, and then another thing, and then another thing. The AMM, the DEX, right? The lending protocol. I mean, it's just a new amendment after a new amendment after a new amendment looking to get put on this thing. Next level AMM with the auto bridging, with the pathfinding. It's next level. These are all great news. This is a big community. It's the number one asset in Korea. Korea and the Asian market moves the market. It moves the market. All this news about the XRPL and still nothing. Ripple, not what? 8 out of 10 people say Ripple won the case. Nothing. What is going on? BNB didn't need regulatory clarity to reach a new all-time high while its CEO is in prison. Make it make sense to me. Solomon's in the bill. What's going on, Solomon? How are you, bro? Even C's finally caught one. Yes, sir. Appreciate you checking in. So look, did you hear the latest about the Spendabits Cash App? Solomon, did you hear that? That next level. Next level. Canada and El Salvador. Bitcoin main chain, onboarding and offboarding. USDC, they hooked up with the Mercer. We got a MasterCard app. massive, like massive Flare powered app as well. Flare powered app as well. BTC and XRP on the XRPL as well. As well. Like this announcement was massive. Let me share it. Like it's massive. People keep talking about no utility. Like, oh, let's layer twos and its side chains. Bitcoin is no real utility. Come on, bro. Second announcement, right? I'm not even reading the first one. The second announcement. In the third week of June, we will release hashtag Flare powered app. The features are for Canadians and El Salvadorians. Onboard funds using the Bitcoin main chain. Withdraw funds to the Bitcoin main chain. It's the reason why he's saying at the layer one level. Pay, this is the big one, Solomon. Pay using USDC or Bitcoin for peer-to-peer and peer-to-business transactions. And the dude managed to get this thing to be cross-chain. I just don't know what's the CCTP he's using. Is it layer cake? I guess it's layer cake. I guess. But it says here, onboards USD funds using multi-chain selection. And it's connected to Solana, Avalanche, Ethereum, Optimism, Near, and Arbitrum. I mean, that's Solana and Avalanche layer 1, Ethereum layer 1, Optimism 2, Near layer 1, Arbitrum 2. I mean, that's big stuff. And they're going to MasterCard service. We will offer MasterCard-based services to all Canadians and El Salvador's because they hooked up with Immersive. He says upcoming features, says enable upcoming features. So right now they can pay their USDC to any merchant which settles in the local currency. USDC settles to local currency. Upcoming will enable Bitcoin and XRP to local currencies. Underlying networks, it says, is the XRPL and Flare. The underlying networks, the XRPL and Flare. So all this Bitcoin stuff here looks like it's going to be, it says Flare powered app. So we're going to find out more details, but he says he's got some more announcements next week. More announcements starting next week, celebrating 5 years of work, going live step by step. I mean, this is absolutely, it can be huge. I think it's going to be big. Flare is going to shock a lot of people. I have a feeling that we're going to think, well, anyway, perhaps it'll be another chain that gets us to where we want to get to financially. Solomon says here, the biggest problem on XRPL is cultural. People in every other ecosystem use the coin to gain access to the ecosystem. That's exactly right, bro. This is what I said. I say it all the time. I joke around all the time on the channel. I say, do you have $50? Because you can't imagine the amount of times I've heard people say, my XRP is too valuable to use. It's too valuable to use. It's a problem. Solomon says the biggest problem on XRPL is cultural. People in every other ecosystem use their native token to gain access to the ecosystem. People on the XRPL buy and they just hold it, XRP to get rich. That's exactly right. I've been saying that for I don't know how long. You were 1,000% correct. 1,000% correct. That's right. If people bought XRP to gain access to the ecosystem, price would go up. Yep. And the challenge is we need a bigger ecosystem. We need an ecosystem of some stuff, right? It's coming. It's coming. The DeFi stuff is coming for sure. It's coming. My challenge is, and I've been challenging the community, is are you gonna participate in it? Are you gonna participate? We got people that don't know how to hop on the XRPL, don't realize that they're on the XRPL when they're on the XRPL. Challenging stuff. More caught up in some stuff that they have no control over, as opposed to things that they have control over. Canada, Canada. Walter says, I am new. Good to be here. You put out great information. We already got the plumbing for the crypto. The lawsuit for XRP is to slow it down, slowly technology down. Yeah, sure. Absolutely. But I mean, what percentage of this case is over? Would one say 70, 80%? Would one say 90%? And again, 7, 8 out of 10 people say we won. Once the precursor succeeds, Kramer tried to talk about the SEC versus Ripple and they cut him off while Gary said, yeah, I remember. I saw that little interview. Contact Food says, my mistake, that CCIP. Yeah, CCIP is Chainlink, correct. But he says CCTP. So I'm thinking he's using, it said Flare powered app. So my guess is that they're using layer cake. My guess is that they're using layer cake contact food. No, I don't think I'll be a Flare. Who's going to be a Flare Maxi? The Crypto Siege. I don't think I'm going to be a Flare Maxi. But here's what I do know. I know that there hasn't been. I always use the example of Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson. They didn't get down on bended knee and ask for my hand in marriage. I'm here to create wealth and generational wealth for me and my family. I'm not beholden to any one asset for sure. Now, I will never sell my XRP. I mean, the big amount of my XRP gone. Celsius chapter 11 history. History is over. But I had a significant amount in the smart contract. Thank goodness. Thank goodness for that. But we were in that, percentage gain that everybody tries to get to. On the rich list, right? Barbie Taylor's in the building. Hey, miss, how are you? Hey, C's, I just joined your Patreon. Well, it took me so long, man. Welcome to the Patreon. Happy to be aboard. Appreciate you being there. Yeah, you're going to get the good insight on that cash flow and DeFi. Barbie Taylor, appreciate you checking in. I can't wait to start sharing that. With 90% of XRP while I was holding less than 500 XRP. 500? Is that right, Winston P? 97% of XRP while I was holding less than 500 XRP? Goodness gracious. 97%? That's such a big number. I thought there was like 5 million active wallets. So, yeah, so there it is. That's some big news. That is big news. I mean, first of all, the dude is Spin the Bits and Jay is hooking up with Immersive. So they get the MasterCard thing, hooking up with Flare Networks, it looks like to me. I think that is absolutely massive for sure. Now, it's interesting that he's highlighting El Salvador. It's interesting to me, like how that connection, I mean, I get El Salvador, I get what they like to do with Bitcoin. I feel like there's some meetings going on there, right? I mean, I don't know, but how do you get to the El Salvador thing like that, right? We all know what they did. We all know that they're all in on Bitcoin. right? That's interesting to me. Big Buzz, what's going on, man? You know? So that is some big news. I got to tell you, this interview with Jimmy Bally and Molly Elmore was very, very interesting to me with Ray Fuentes. Very interesting. I try to tell people all the time that Jimmy has been to some spots and in some places and in some talks and in some negotiations. He just said in that interview that they were the first one to tokenize an NFT at where he is at Val Hill. But yeah, it's interesting. I think he's a smart guy, and I think he's been in places and spots and conversations and talks that most people don't understand, don't really understand. I was talking with someone. I was at John Deaton's thing the other day out in Austin. The dude said he had all his stuff on a ledger, and they took it all, and he wasn't on any website. No phishing, scam, emails, nothing. Yep, yep, on the ledger. Is that right, Crypto Roger? Man, good for you, bro. Edward Fraunslowski says, "Love Molly. She's awesome. Yeah, she's pretty smart." And Jimmy said so in the interview. So, but anyway, just some things that you know that a lot of people don't know, and they're gonna, I think that Valve is gonna do some good stuff there. They're done with the whole everything, all that. What was it? The buyback and the model, the model, all that stuff is done. They're done. They did it. They're done. They're moving on to uh, some other stuff, which I think is interesting. David says, you will make amazing yield in the F asset system. I believe your investment will be insured by Flare. Yeah, I think I heard something about insurance as well. Look, Flare Networks is going to just look, they did things differently. I think they're going to change the game. I think they're going to grab significant. I think they will be, in terms of data, I think they're going to be number one in the space. It's going to take them some time, but I think they are going to be number one. They got an interesting model. It's very, very appealing. And again, we hold tons of assets, not just XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, MakerDAO, tons of stuff, not just Flare. Don't have any. Celsius took all my XLM. I had tens and tens and tens of that gone. It's gone. I lost over 100K, at least 100K, at least 100K. And that's not because, oh, when move. No, no, no. That was 90% of that was in loans. So that was 40K, right? So 40K. That was at least 80K. So, but very, very interesting for sure. It's not there, my thing. You know, very, very, very interesting. You know, I mean, massively interesting. Just an email for the channel. I'm shocked that it's not there. So look, this is big news for Spinabits. Let me go over this meld thing. But it says Bitcoin and Bitcoin, gold and silver on the XRPL is a good thing as well. I thought you emailed me before, Barb. Didn't you email me about Deaton's thing when you were doing something for Deaton for John? I thought you did. Here's Mel. This is interesting. They were excited to share. People from Meld were excited to share this. Meld.gold. Gold and silver to the XRPL. Oh man, am I gonna have to go here? What's going on? Internet. Yeah, it must be the internet. Hold on 1 second. Cash flow for DeFi is what's good. Telling you that is what's the good here. Mel Gold shares this. The time has come. The time has come. Meld Gold is coming to the XRPL ledger, or the XRP ledger. Learn more about this pioneering step to launch physical RWAs on the XRPL. Says why the ledger as a decentralized layer one blockchain known for reliability and stability in tokenizing and exchanging crypto native and real world assets. The XRP ledger offers institutional grade functionality and built-in features to enable secure, efficient, and scalable financial services and use cases. It says, what will Mel Gold launch? Gold and silver tokens will go live on the XRPL in Q3, combining the world's oldest currency with the reliability, utility, and accessibility offered by the XRPL. Now, I know the deep divers are probably going to go into this and see who they are, but apparently they originally launched with Meld.gold. And originally, it says the first blockchain was Algorand. So that's the word on the street for sure. Now, I want to share something for you, just in case you guys didn't know it. Crypto Eddie got something going on here. I'm really excited about this. It's Onami Press. Onami. I don't know if I close that out or not, but I want to share it. I want to see if I can find that. I'm really excited about that, what she's got going on. Coming soon. Here it is right here. Crypto Eddie says a new dynamic tokenized solution where no one is left out. OnamiPress.com. You can go there and waitlist. Get on the waitlist. I was just listening to influencer talking about the whitelist for a project. OnamiPress.com. Coming soon. Please join the waitlist. Take a look at this video. Looks really, really cool. Guys, get on that wait list. It's going to be interesting to see what she's got going on, but it feels like it's going to be some kind of tokenized tokenization, if you will, of your brand around what you do. That's what it feels like. I don't know. I'm not saying that's what it is. I have no idea, but that's what it's feeling like. Yeah, Exodus, Crypto Roger said Exodus is a fine online wallet. Yeah, Exodus is an OG in the space. I think Exodus may have been my first wallet in crypto, was Exodus. XRP student 98. How are you? I don't remember you checking in, my friend. Appreciate you checking in. XRP student 98 says, I think the community should have some like Algorand's Peru wallet to use the application without having to log in on every DEX and site. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, XRP student. And the digital ID thing is coming. for sure. And I know that they have a wallet that they're working on. Ripple does, and the sooner they take and make things more of the grounds up grassroots approach, I think the better. Hmm. Yeah, let me check that. But you're right. You're right, XRP student. It's got to be flow, like seamless. Guys, do me a favor and hit that like button. If you didn't do so on the way in, no worries. Just collapse the chat and go smash that like. That'd be super, super cool. It helps to get the channel out to more people. We got to let people know, right? There's a new financial system being built right underneath their nose, right underneath their nose. And because people need a way out. And like Raoul Paul said, the digital asset space is the biggest trade, the most significant and largest trade in the history. In history. Let me check something. In history. Marty, what's going on, my guy? Which hardware wallet do you do you now? What does that mean? Do you now? Well, I mean, it's just standard wallets out there. A lot of people like the Trezor. A lot of people really, really like the LPL Titan. People like Ledgers, the Ledger Nano X, and the new one is coming out. And the new one is coming out for sure. Let me see something. There you go. This is the email for the channel, Barbara. There it is right there. Strength Gain says, "Do you hold any runes?" I don't have any Bitcoin runes. They're on the far decent side, but I believe there's going to be a ton of liquidity flowing through that sector of the space. I hold some that have market caps from 250K to 20 million. Yeah, I don't have any of the Bitcoin runes. I don't do anything with the orders or anything like that. I'm really, really, really big on stacks as a layer two and based AI. You're welcome. You're welcome. So I think this is big. I did. I spelled mail wrong. I did spell wrong. Yeah. So that's Proton Mail. Proton Mail, Barbie. I hope you know that's Proton Mail. I like Proton. I like Proton. Yeah, I mean, this is big news for Spendabits. I hope they get some stuff going good. Yes. No, it's Proton Mail. She said, "LO, okay." That's right. The Solidify wallet for XRP, Songbird, Flare, and XTC only. Really nice. And it can be red only wallet. Yeah, I haven't looked into that much, Solidify wallet. I remember them coming onto the scene. But this Cash App, this Cash App, I think is going to be big time. It's going to be big time. It's going to again, it's going to be very interesting to see. I mean, I'm really happy for him. We'll see um how it goes. It's a solid service, so okay. I think I remember Brad Garlinghouse mentioning it one time somewhere. So we'll see, because Spendabits was about Bitcoin on the XRPL. That was his thing. That was Jay's thing. And so certainly not abandoning the XRPL by any way, shape, form. Right? We know that. Definitely not doing that. But this Bitcoin main chain thing is going to be big time important because ultimately it's the biggest market right now, and we need more people in the space. Is it web based or is it mobile? Solidify, is that web based or mobile? I'm looking into a token right now. I'm going to share with you guys tomorrow. Oh, it is mobile. Okay. Really? Is it iOS and Android? Marty, what do you think about Goldfinch? Um, I reviewed Goldfinch a couple of times. Uh, I decided when I looked at Goldfinch, Marty, and I looked at Centrifuge and I looked at Undo Finance. I went with Centrifuge and Undo. Only have it on Android. Okay. My allergies are starting to act up again. So yeah, let me know. Barbie, welcome to the GW Mastermind group. Guys, yeah, if you want to get some alpha on really on DeFi and cash flow, I'm going to be doing kind of sharing that cash flow thing in the Patreon. So it's patreon.com/golf whiskey mastermind. One word, GWW mastermind. Patreon.com GWW mastermind. So really excited about that. There's a whole nice little flywheel strategy skills to create the cash flow, to leverage DeFi, to take advantage of yields, learning the principles of how to participate in liquidity pools. Absolutely important. Absolutely important to understand that for sure, because there's going to just come a time when, oh, Barbie says, I like the Solidify wallet. I use the drawer. Yeah, I started typing your email into and it popped right up. I thought so. I thought I remembered us chatting before about Deaton. Um, um, but it's going to be hugely important because, there's going to be a cycle, not this cycle, maybe not the next cycle, but there's going to be some cycles where these wind moons, I think, are not going to be as significant, right? And we're going to have to learn how to generate income, monthly cash flow, daily cash flow, in my opinion, to kind of leverage that, 10 a day, 100 a day, $200 a day, $500 a day, leverage that and create bags and create ways to pay for stuff, right? And then leverage when moon, right? It's like a nice thing here. It's a nice flywheel, right? Because so this is a bear market or bull market thing. And I think that's hugely, hugely important because we're learning more and more and more that that the bull markets weren't random. There were market dynamics and market forces that preceded the bull runs. So this is documented factual stuff now, and it wasn't tied to the happening. It felt like it was the happening, but it was actually market forces. And so I know blockchain backers spoke to this. Raoul Paul has spoken to this big time as well. And so if we can only merely wait around for one moon, what does that really look like? And if we're having 2 to 4 year bear markets, what does that really look like? And if you missed one or two bull runs, whether you missed it or you were in it, but you didn't know how to take advantage of it, kind of where are you now? And I think these skills learned in DeFi can go with you, right? They travel, as I like to say. These are skills that you will acquire that travel. And I think it's hugely important. So I can't wait to kind of share my guys with you for sure and really, really leverage it. So yeah, it's going to be really, really cool. Can't wait to share for sure. All right, fam. So there it is. There it is there. Welcome, Barbie Taylor, to the GW Mastermind. I appreciate you. I'm going to hop on here for sure. I'm going to start sharing where I am with DeFi in the mastermind group here in the very, very near future, and figure out some stuff together because it's going to be really, really cool for sure. While you figure out this wind moon thing, my guy, High Altitude Investing, said this in his video a couple of days ago. He said, and so did Blockchain Backer. They said the very same thing. If the big money, big money at times will sell this market. So they will sell this top. Remember, it was just at 72. There's some liquidations, a big, fair amount of liquidation happens at 68K. We'll see if we'll get there. I mean, I saw something this morning that said that 300 million in liquidations already happened. I'll definitely do that, Barbie. Definitely will do that. So we'll see. We'll see if that's going to happen or not. But I'm planning on it. I didn't sell my Bitcoin. I could have, but I didn't. And we'll see what happens. We'll see if we're going to get that correction or not. We're going to get a 25% correction of Bitcoin or not. We'll see. But it's looking like that is what is going to happen. That's a big amount of liquidations. My high altitude investing set like 700 million, 700 million at 68K. Ooh, that won't be great. All right, fam, there it is. Thank you so much for hanging out on a Saturday. I know you guys could be doing a lot of different things, but I appreciate you guys hanging out with the Crypto Season fam. Do me a favor, hit that like button on the way out if you didn't do so on the way in. And again, if you're part of the 50%, about 50% of people that are listening and watching the Crypto Season, haven't subscribed to the channel. If you're enjoying those hangouts, please consider subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to ring that notification bell, baby, so you know whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. I'm going to end this one like I do all my videos and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and I, we're already winning. And I would ask you to consider this, perhaps ponder the idea or notion of living your life permissionless. I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya. Bye.